Hey everybody, VP here with Metaverse News 1, and we'll go straight to the board on this one. But these are, after I have played the beta a lot, the four main things I would change about the overworld in Illuvium going forward. Now, please don't get the wrong idea. Understand, I absolutely love this game, every piece of it. But when it comes to overworld, I think I sent one thing to them regarding a bug report, and I don't even know if it's really a bug. You know that thing where you can't teleport from everywhere? I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but that's the only thing I sent them because I just couldn't find anything else. The gameplay is so clean, and everything about it's just really, really cool. But because I love the game so much and I'm invested in it, obviously I want it to do really, really well. So going forward, these would be things that I change. But also know too, the devs probably already know these things, and these are things that might already be changed in the future. There might be a reason why these things are the way they are now, but will not be this way in the future. But I don't have a direct line to the devs, so I don't know these things. So let's just go right into it. Number one, and easily the most important one, in my opinion, is the game needs to be a lot more difficult. And I mean a lot more difficult. Not so much to the point to where people give up and quit, obviously, but you need to find that balance because right now the game is way too easy. Like, I haven't played the game nearly as much as some people have. I took the holidays off. I play maybe every other day, but already, like, my alluvials are just stacked to the gills. You know, what's it been, like a month? And I already have Axodon, I have Kukarath, I have Riplance, I have Vermilia. I think I have one of the highest Grokos. Like, it didn't take long to get some of the sickest alluvials out there. And I also got a ton of resources, and I could probably upgrade whatever I want. I just haven't sat down and done it yet. But I'm already there, and I haven't played it half as much as some of these people have. I mean, there's people out there that are already trying to get every single available alluvial in the game, and they're getting close. So it's way too easy to get to this point, and also there's very few ways to die in the overworld. Like right now in Crimson Waste, if you fall in the acid, that's the only way you can die. You know, it's just too easy. And what does this do, long term? Well, it makes nothing valuable. So if you had a dream of getting a duplicate of a really great alluvial, keeping one and selling the other, that dream's not even a dream anymore. You're not going to be able to sell it for anything because they're too easy to get. And honestly, a month into it, I'm having a lot less fun than I was before because there just isn't much of a challenge there now. I win every battle. I win every battle pretty cleanly, and I have time to try and harvest an alluvial if I want to. And I'm not even that great of an arena player. I'm pretty average, but I pretty much can't lose. So when you have things that are no longer valuable and the game loses its fun after a while, then everybody loses in the end. The founders lose, the devs lose, the investors certainly lose. But again, I think they are very, very aware of this. I think this was just kind of a trial run. You got to see what Titanor does and how Titanor performs, and you can't do that if a Titanor is impossible to get. So again, I get it. But going forward, we certainly want to see a higher degree of difficulty here because it makes the alluvials more valuable. It makes fuel more valuable. It makes skins really hard to get, so those become valuable. But this was certainly the most glaring change that I saw needed to be made. Now, on those same lines, number two is I think there should be a penalty for dying. Right now, there's not. Maybe you have some enemies that you have to shoot that can kill you. Maybe. I don't know really how to fix this. But I think there should be some level of peril, some level of trepidation there for somebody. You can't just go through the overworld unscathed and unworried that anything is going to happen to you. I think that's a good way to up the difficulty alone. Now, I don't know if that's already in the works. I hate saying things like this because everybody on Discord likes to put out their wish list. I'm like, oh, it'd be great if you could do this, 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 and this. I'm like, stop doing that. God forbid the devs listen to you and this game gets pushed any further, because adding things like that takes a long time, especially if it wasn't in the original plans. So if this was in the original plans, enemies you have to shoot, great. If not, look, I understand. But, also, you can fall from a cliff and land on your feet, which, again, is not a huge problem, but maybe this is one way where you can make it not so easy. If you actually have to pay attention to the way you fall. I'm not a dev at all. I'm just throwing out ideas here. But then if you do die, maybe something like a fuel penalty. You lose some of the fuel you have on you if you die. And then if you don't have the fuel, then your day is over and you have to wait for the new day to reset. No problems without solutions. I'm just throwing stuff out here. But I think getting to a point to where you can find a battle and maybe win an alluvial should be a really big event. Like, stop everything. I've been working all day or all week for this. Here it is. I think battles should be that way, but just currently they're not because, what do we have, like 10 of them a day? If we play all the stages, maybe more. These are just some ways I think you can make the game more difficult in a good way. Number 3, I think I mentioned this before in one of my videos, is faster Omega. Now, the battles go really fast in the beta. They did not in Arena, so I don't know if this is a feature or a bug. But because they go so fast, a lot of Alluvial's Omega never gets to fire off. And that's the reason why a lot of these Alluvials are valuable. I would never put a Kuka or an Archie on the board unless I knew they could at least get one of those Omegas off, because that's really the only value they bring. And the battles also go so fast you don't get to see their meters go up all the way to the top. I've already forgotten what that meter's called, but you know what I mean, the little yellow meter over to the left. Even in smaller battles, I would like the opportunity to see at least one Omega fire off and at least get the chance to get those meters maxed out too, because that's a huge part of the strategy. And then number 4, and I'm pretty sure they're aware of this too, when you shoot Awake and you walk up to it and you hit E, a lot of times it's not real. Like, they'll say fire encounter and you'll spend scanning energy on it and there are no fire alluvials on the board. And you're like, well, that's dumb. Maybe I wanted one of those. And that's the reason why I scanned it. So again, we're starting to get kind of petty here, but I think we've all experienced this one at least once. And this would be the 4th thing that I would change. So what about you guys? Do you have any commentary on the ones that I just listed? Do you have some of your own? Let me know. And subscribe, hit the bell while we're here. We're almost to Illuvium 0. Everybody, this is where it gets real. Overworld Beta was a nice unexpected surprise, but you guys know we're going hardcore into 0. So get yourself signed up now before the 6th of January. Subscribe, hit the bell. Thanks for watching, and I will see you down the road.